I am going to go live to do some live storytelling and reminiscing right here by the fire. I'm sitting in my little cabin, nice hot fire, with my dogs up here in the wilderness and the north. And I'm going to read an article that Bill Steer wrote about me in 1989. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. I think that, yeah, 1989. Saturday, January 14th, 1989. About my chance to go rub elbows, as they titled it. Paige rubs elbows with royal riders. Next step in young equestrian's career. And it gives a pretty good breakdown on what eventing is, where I'm at in it, and it's quite well written, so I thought I would read it out loud for my paid audience. So I'm going to thank you. I just wanted to let you know what you can join if you feel like it. And it's a place I'm planning to archive my stories so they can live on forever. Unlike other places. And I really like being able to go live. So um, then it makes it, because if I have to edit it and upload it later, chances are it's just on my hard drive. um, it will be impromptu when I feel like it, by the fire, reminiscing stories of a youth spent riding among royalty overseas with horses, with my mentors, and all kinds of shenanigans and things that some too tall kid from too far north probably shouldn't have had access to, not many did. So I am coming to you from a stage, or from a lens of someone with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, which I think is important. Not to be like wham, hang my hat on it, but it informs every day of my life, because I'm always just waiting for the next scan and wondering if what I feel is related to the general abuse that I've given my 6'1" spine over the last 55 years, and the previous fractures they found in my spine that I didn't know about, that it healed. Yeah, they hurt, but I didn't know I had fractures, right? I've had a badly abused spine with um, scoliosis and a lot of pain all my life, and now I'm being told to watch for signs of cancer in the bones of my spine. I have those signs every day. So it means that it's on the forefront of my mind, and I have in the past chosen to go off of the anti-estrogen meds and to increase my odds of survivorship by addressing other lifestyle factors and health and immunity factors. But I was still living under a huge amount of stress financially, and trying to do things that were new and difficult and under a lot of stress, and still living a bit incongruently in the horse world in how I showed up and helped people. And so I guess not surprised that it came back, and not surprised anyway. I mean, statistically, it is what it is. And 30% of breast cancer survivors of the type that I have, which was ER positive, come back within 5 to 15 years. So I was one of those. And they zapped one of the spots on my spine. It's called stereotactic body radiation, which means they turn the dial up. They give it an extra notch. They turn it up to 11, and then they get extra particularly accurate. It's kind of how they boiled it down to me. Okay, good. They even do a practice run without any of the actual zappage going on, and then just 2 times zap it into submission. The tumor goes, and yeah, it's staying kind of like that, and I'm staying like this. So I think it did the job, but they're monitoring more spots. One doctor says it's not changing. The other doctor says, I saw it change a micromillimeter. I want to use my zapper gun, and everybody has an opinion on the internet about what you should do for your immunity. And what I should access for my health. I had to take a few breaths there. You might have noticed. And what I have come to learn is that these things it's very hard to create an environment of health when already going through the cancer care system, if that means that you end up becoming unemployed and unemployable and you're on disability, you can't live on it and start a business off of it. And like, you can't just and shop for food on it and buy the supplements on it. So there's a real disconnect between what we need for health and vitality and what the average person can access, and certainly what the sick person can access. Um, and so I'll be sharing more thoughts along how you can help people through their cancer journey and help them access things that all costs money that they may not have access to. And they may spend most of their time reading, studying, looking up test results, making doctor's appointments, traveling to other cities for doctor's appointments. Um, so there are lots of ways that you can help them. And I think that's all I have to say about that. So you can expect more about what I've learned when your vitality is drained, and um, how to set boundaries as a people pleaser so you can stay alive and keep your vitality. Um, and on resilience and safety and connection. On my website, you can find out how I help riders, and tonight I'm doing a session on all the things that I've learned about self-regulation and co-regulation and heart math, and how I help riders with those things. So look for me on the Facebook under the Magic of Horsecraft. Look for an invitation to join me tonight. I'll tell some of my story and the direction that I'm taking and why in the really polarized world of horsecraft, and how people can become involved in a couple of movements that I'm starting. One I like to think of fondly, that's Save a School Horse, Ride a Cowboy. So you should find out what that means, and what things like never holler whoa in a tight spot mean, stuff like that. So I'm going to say goodbye here and go live to my paid subscribers and sit by the fire and have a little bit of a reading. So thank you so much for joining me and for supporting me. I really thank you for being here and allowing me to contribute to the world what I have to contribute while maintaining my health. A full-time job. So much love to you.